Okay, one sec here. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Sentient Cloud. Took quite a long break there. Part of it was like there was stuff going on, and then after that, I was kind of at a loss as to where to take this because if you had seen the last stream, I basically rage quit having to deal with the way that C handle, and more specifically in this, it was GCC, handles building modules in C++. I was using modules because they were solving some of the problems I was having with C++, and it turns out they don't solve the problems nearly as well as I would have hoped, and so I was kind of at the point where I just thought, okay, why am I doing this? I'm fighting with the compiler to do something that should be obvious and simple, and yet it's not. And so I was constantly fighting with it, and it was just pissing me off. So, with all that in mind, I am going to try something a little different here. I'm going to try and write a transpiler. I'm going to do something that is thrown together to be as fast and simple as, like, fast to write, not fast to compile. I don't really care about the speed, or I guess transpile. I don't really care too much about the speed at this point, but I want it to work. That's all I want. So, that said, let's get started. I need to write the lexer, and to do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'll do. Actually, hold on, we'll call it, let's see, let me think here. So I think it's node. Yeah, we'll call it node. So yeah, yd node.ts. I'm going to try using TypeScript for this. Like I said, this isn't going to be an interpreter for the most part. Like starting with, it's going to be a transpiler or a compiler, probably a transpiler. That one seems like the most reasonable way to go about this without having to learn how to use something like LLVM or what have you. Okay, so let's see where we can go with this. I need to actually copy. Is that going to work? Node.ts. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. So to begin with, we need node type. Make sure I'm doing this correctly because I don't really do a whole lot with TypeScript. Let's go ahead and have this open. Okay. Okay, cool. So have some basic ones. So unknown. And then we'll do some of the ones I was doing before. Let's see. If, else, match, while, do, or, in. Actually, I don't need to include that initializer there. Just go like that. One sec here. There we go. All right. Okay, there's going to be a bunch of other different types or types of nodes. Operators. Actually, I'll say op, because there are going to be all sorts of different types of operators that I guess some of them are going to be combined. I'll worry about that later. Also need literals, ID, int, float, string. I don't know if I'll need char. I might not. We'll worry about that later. Okay, so is there anything else? Not really that I need to do, at least. As far as ops go, we'll just start with the basics. So, and or XOR not add sub mul div mod. Start with those. I'm not gonna do too many more for now. What else? Oh, and macro. This we need to have that. Oh. I always make that little error. Okay. Cool. So there's that. Okay. Now I need to see. So this is going to be just the node type. I think it's class node here. And let's see. Yeah, okay. Hold on. Okay. Things are kind of happening here right now, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cut this short. I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'll show what I've done because I'm going to work on this a bit more. But yeah, things are a little weird right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and end the stream early here. It's about 10 minutes, not much stream really, but yeah. Anyway, so thank you for watching all 10 minutes of this, and I'll see you again tomorrow.